Willow spirals after losing custody, a mother's collapse and the dark road ahead. The courtroom was supposed to be a battleground where Willow Tate fought for her children. Instead, it became the place where her world shattered. In a devastating twist on General Hospital, Willow lost sole custody of both Wiley and Amelia, and the ruling in Michael Corinthos' favor was not just a legal defeat, it was a personal implosion. What followed was not just grief, but a complete emotional collapse. Willow, a character once defined by resilience and calm, unraveled before the eyes of the judge, her ex, and everyone else in the room. It wasn't rage that overtook her, but a bottomless well of despair, a kind of devastation that has now propelled her into one of the darkest periods of her life. No one expected Willow to take the loss well, but few anticipated the scale of her breakdown. It was more than a reaction, it was a full-blown psychological rupture. Her outburst in court was explosive and disoriented, the cry of a woman stripped of the very purpose that grounded her existence. Hospitalized shortly after the verdict, she was described as being inconsolable and detached from reality. Yet even after her release, Willow's mind seems to have remained somewhere else, lost in a haze of trauma and confusion that Drew Kane cannot penetrate, no matter how patiently he tries. Back at home with Drew, Willow moves like a ghost through the rooms of what was once a sanctuary. The walls feel colder now, the silence heavier. Drew's gentle reassurances bounce off her like rain on glass, distant, meaningless, forgotten the second they're spoken. There are no children to tuck in at night, no laughter echoing through the halls, no small footsteps. For Willow, motherhood was not just a role, it was her identity, her tether to the world. And now, that anchor is gone. She drifts through her days like someone underwater, eyes open, mouth moving, but nothing truly reaching her. Caitlin McMullen, who brings Willow to life on screen, recently spoke about this unraveling with painful honesty. She described Willow's behavior as the result of a mental breakdown in a way, noting that the character's courtroom outburst stemmed from a tantrum-like state, but also a profound inability to process such a monumental loss. The actress's insight reveals just how deep Willow's grief runs. She isn't just heartbroken. She's unmoored, left to navigate a reality that no longer includes her children, and no longer includes a sense of control. And things may be even more unstable than they appear. While Willow tries to present a brave face in her moments of lucidity, it's clear that her mind is fraying. Her perception of time and space appears altered, and moments of memory lapse are becoming more frequent. She's beginning to doubt her own actions, and she's not alone in that. In fact, a growing number of characters in Port Charles are starting to wonder if Willow is involved in the strange disturbances surrounding Sasha Gilmore Corbin's baby, Daisy. The Quartermaine mansion has become a focal point for a mounting mystery. Someone has been watching Michael and his extended family, including Wiley, Amelia, and baby Daisy, from outside. It's a silent, eerie presence that has yet to be identified. And then there's the matter of the crib. Confusion erupted after Daisy was found in the wrong bassinet, raising fears that someone may have deliberately tampered with her sleeping arrangement. While no accusations have been made outright, whispers have started. Could Willow, in a dissociative state, have been the one responsible? It's not unthinkable. Willow's deteriorating mental health, combined with her proximity to the situation and her powerful maternal instincts, creates a combustible mix. Her grief has already consumed her waking hours. Now, it may be driving her into unconscious or fugue-like actions. Could she be acting out without even realizing it? Caitlin McMullen teased that anything is possible when it comes to Willow's future, an ominous suggestion that the chaos is just beginning. She urged fans to expect the unexpected, hinting that what comes next may not only redefine Willow's arc but destabilize the Corinthos family itself. The tension is mounting, and the timeline is tightening. In upcoming episodes, someone will be seen leaning over Daisy's crib in a shadowy, ambiguous scene that promises more questions than answers. If it is Willow, it may not be in her right mind. If not, then who else would have motive, or access, to create such confusion? Regardless, the suspicion alone is already enough to deepen the divide between Willow and Michael. He may have won the custody battle in court, but now he may have to wage a more personal war to protect his children from the woman who once loved them more than life itself. Viewers are left to ask themselves what Willow is truly capable of in this fractured state. Is she simply grieving, or is her mind veering into dangerous territory? Could her presence, no matter how maternal her intentions, now represent a threat to the very children she once nurtured so gently? Or is she being set up, manipulated by forces who see her instability as the perfect smokescreen for their own agendas? The story refuses to offer easy answers. Instead, it forces audiences to dwell in the uncertainty, to question every flicker of Willow's expression, every movement in the shadows. As more unsettling incidents occur, the lines between victim and perpetrator blur. The narrative is steering toward a breaking point, one in which Willow's fragile psyche may either implode or fight back in ways no one expects. Whatever lies ahead, one thing is certain: Willow Tate is no longer the woman Port Charles thought it knew. She is unraveling, and her descent is as tragic as it is terrifying. Whether she finds her way back or falls further into darkness depends not just on love or therapy, but on whether anyone can reach the core of a woman who has lost everything that ever mattered. And time is running out. Because grief left unchecked doesn't just burn out. It explodes. Stay tuned. The reckoning has only just begun.